Did I ever tell you I had a dog that used to finger herself?
I beg your pardon?
Lonely.
I had a dog, a husky, who would just sit down, and she always picked the worst places to do it, and she would literally finger herself and start, panting and stuff.
Yeah, dude, husky bitches are all into fingering themselves publicly.
I hated it.
We're talking about women in general, right?
Talking about girls.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We're talking about the Lizzo types.
Yeah. Hey, how about that?
Topical, yeah. I was like, hey, speaking of fat bitches doing foul things, again, I think we
I just saved a thing in the car. It was just that article, Lizzo forces dancers to, and then it just says, watch Twilight 5 times a day.
God damn.
Funny stuff, Lizzo.
Good one.
Funny stuff, Lizzo.
I always talk about this, dude. We literally just said it on the last Donkey Kong 64 thing. I am always vindicated whenever I say, I don't think I trust that person. I don't think I like that person.
You didn't trust Lizzo?
Nope, never did.
I would have trusted her.
Nope.
I would have been one of those dancers.
See, that's the problem. If the song that you popped off with was a song about throwing an entire gender under the bus, I think you're hiding something.
What was her song?
Truth Hurts. Why men great till they got a B crate?
Yeah.
Why men great till they in a B crate?
Till they in a B crate? Was it about the Wicker Man?
Yeah. Not the bees. I think I saw a meme of that right when that song started getting popular. Till they in a bee crate.
That's very funny.
Don't text me, I got bees in my face.
Oh, I wish I could climb a tree like that. Do it again.
Oh, be quick and nimble when I need
Just
to
like
be.
that. I wish it was that easy. Climbing trees is hard.
I gotta hit the nail on the head before anyone else can, though. I was being a little ironic about saying throwing a whole gender under the bus. I'm not one of those MRA guys. Because those fuckers exist, and they're just as insufferable as people who hate all men.
Yeah. But they're a little better because they're men.
Yeah. Am I right? Boy, they can actually think. Do we even have the camera yet? No, we don't, because Tiny's the one who has to get the camera. Look.
What's the camera for?
Taking
the sparklies,
pitches, right? Yeah, to prove that aliens exist.
And then do we bring those to Alien Island Head?
Yes, we bring them to Congress to distract people from
No, the Fairy Island.
Yeah, the Banana Island.
Okay.
She gives us I think it's additional reserves in some of our abilities, like the coconut crystal abilities, the special ones.
That island has a slapping soundtrack.
It truly do. It's this whole soundtrack is so good. Grant Kirkhope in general just kind of kills it every time.
Grant, if you're out there,
hi.
Don't die.
Yeah.
Hello. Goodbye.
I was almost afraid to touch on the Lizzo thing, because you never know if it's all made up.
100%.
These are allegations.
Yeah. It sounds so absurd that I think it's fake. I think I think somebody said something. There's probably some paparazzo who started this story. I don't know. It sounds really, really absurd. There's no way someone would do that and not think they're gonna get in trouble.
Right.
I bet you there's something legitimate about this.
And
that's my statement. That's my formal statement on the Lizzo.
There's people being
no matter how it ends.
She fat shamed me. I'm like, she's big as hell. What do you mean she fat shamed? I don't get that at all. And they were trying to be oh, we were race shamed too. I'm like, she's a giant black woman. What do you mean you were fat shamed and race shamed? That and if they were I'm sorry, I'm being so presumptive, but that just I was this doesn't compute. But I mean I guess even if you are a race, you can still be racist. Look at Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks.
It's true. That's a real person, and look at him.
Yeah, he's a living, breathing entity.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she could have been out here doing all this mean stuff all along, but it's I wasn't keeping up with her, so I'm not the one to say. Don't listen to me, people.
I just feel anytime I hear anything bad about rich people at all, I'm yeah, that's probably true.
Probably. Yeah, that's the answer. Yeah, probably.
Just making money turns you evil for some reason, which is why I intentionally sabotage every project I'm a part of, because I refuse to succumb to the darkness of the almighty dollar.
I refuse to make $1.
Yeah, because then I'll be a creep. Then I'll be a Colleen Ballinger type. I'm gonna beat that pinata till it's fucking de-atomized, I swear to God. Because that was what we were talking about before, of like me being vindicated on stuff, because I hated her. I fucking despised that woman, and I was right to be aggressive about it.
I love when I don't know who a person is until their apology video. Those are my favorite people to learn about. I had no idea. You could have dinner with any celebrity. Who would it be?
Colleen Ballinger.
What would you two talk about?
Ukulele tunings.
We'd talk about the apology video, probably.
Yeah.
It would probably be unavoidable.
No, man, any celebrity to have a din-din with?
Mm-hmm. But I don't mean
Alive
who
or
would you
dead?
like to meet. I think, who do you actually think you'd have something to talk about? Like, yeah, I'd like to have dinner with a lot of
Alive or
people,
dead?
but it's like, yeah.
Or
alive
just
dead.
alive. God, you know, I think it would be, I don't know why my brain was going George Lucas. I'm not even a big Star Wars guy, but I just want to be like, so what's up? Fucking, man, who else would, I mean, I kind of want to meet Kevin Smith.
Why?
He
'cause
used to be
you-
a massive influence
Yeah,
on
you
me.
did
I
really
really
like him.
enjoyed Kevin's work, but now I can't stand the sight of Kevin Smith. So again, that's one where it's like, I don't think we have anything to talk about anymore because I relate to you on nothing. You know what would be a real good conversation, actually?
Paul Rubens?
Go
ahead.
R.I.P. But Bam Margera.
Oh.
That would be a good one. I would have a lot
he's
to.
the one who didn't get normal, right?
Yes.
He's the one who's not doing good right now?
He is not doing well.
Yeah. I got some questions for him.
I've been on a Jackass.
Why are you so mean to your
and
friends?
CKY kick. Yeah, why'd you punch your dad so many times? What did Phil ever do? No, so I've been on like a Jackass and CKY kick ever since I moved, because now I am moved into my new place again. Sorry for the hiatus, guys. You've been very sweet about us taking a little breaky poo. Life got kind of annoying for everyone involved in the show for a little while.
Yes.
We're still working through it, but we're doing all right. But yeah, since I've been watching it, it's like he had clearly like the brightest future of all of them aside from like Knoxville, and just everything got real shitty for the guy.
Yeah, a show was his name. That's about as good as you can be doing.
Yeah, dude. Viva Las Bamas. I was watching that as well, and like the shit like really molded me as a kid. Like
Viva La Bam was good.
Viva La Bam was better than Jackass, like
Yeah.
by a wide margin, because Jackass was just sort of disjointed. It was a whole lot of, and also like I didn't find out until recently, but like a lot of like the guys on Jackass really don't like each other.
That's why they're so mean.
Yeah.
And that's why they're hitting each other in the balls.
But like
in the cocks.
in the sphere. They Dave England, for example, the guy who poops all the time. He's the one who takes a shit in the department store toilet. I guess him and Bam fucking despised each other. And when Bam met him, he said like directly to his face, like, "Oh, you have the worst footage on the show. You shouldn't even be a part of this." Just like straight ripped his shit. And like Bam, I think, was the youngest out of all the guys except for Rab himself, like one of Bam's dudes. Like Rab was another guy who just takes a bunch of shits.
Pick up your Bams.
I always thought the coconut crystals looked dope.
They look kind of yummy.
Yeah,
Don't
don't you
they?
want to take a big bite and shatter all your teeth?
Yeah, it's like the pea soup from Rescuers Down Under. You just want to eat it.
I haven't watched that movie in fucking. Is that the mice? The like
Yeah, it
Cockney
is.
mice?
How about Oliver and Company? You ever seen the dog food in Oliver and Company?
Literally never even heard of that.
looks yummy too.
You thought dog food looked yummy?
Yeah. Yeah, Disney used to make this food for some reason. It's supposed to look yucky, but it turns out yummy.
I always thought that the pizza in the Ninja Turtles looked like the greatest pizza of all time.
Wasn't
I
it?
have my
It
gun
was
on still.
like this. It was a chowder. It was just like, didn't it? The cheese didn't come apart.
It
from
would stretch for
It looked like a hazard.
year.
It looked like a fire hazard and a choking hazard.
It
at
looked
the
like
same
something
time.
your digestive system wouldn't be able to
No,
break down.
I can't swallow a snake.
Yeah, precisely.
Ouroboros of cheese. No, that was never appetizing to me. That looked like a hazard.
Also, like any like cartoon steak, like in Tom and Jerry, when they'd have like a big fucking T-bone or something like that. That shit always looked delicious.
No cartoon's ever made a steak look good to me before. They always make it look raw, like a dog should be gnawing on it.
That's what they would do. What they'd give it
I
to
don't.
Spike.
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't make me want steak.
Well, you've seen the kind of steak I eat. I eat that shit like
True, you
red.
do eat actually very cartoonish steaks.
Yeah, I just sear the top and bottom and then eat that shit.
Do you get hungry when you see like a cartoon character take a bite out of a big turkey drumstick?
Oh yeah.
I feel like you eat a lot of
yeah.
kingly foods.
I definitely eat a lot of like foods that'll give you like compacted fecal matter inside your body. I just learned about that, like red meat like really like impacts your feces, and so like you can just end up getting like requiring like a colonic, because you could have like upwards of like, I've heard you can have upwards of like 40 pounds of impacted shit inside you.
Whoa, and still be okay, or are you a pig?
I think you're not okay. I think you're really not doing well at all. So yeah, like I said, we can clear this area with Tiny really fast. Now we can just leave this level. But no, yeah, there was a long-standing rumor, I guess, that fucking John Wayne died with like 60 pounds of impacted feces inside of him. I looked it up and that's not true, but then I started
okay.
But then I started looking, so it's not interesting.
Is the Elvis one true?
About him having impacted feces?
About him dying on the toilet?
That is true, but also it's funny that you bring up Elvis, because in the same thread that I was reading about whether or not John Wayne had a bunch of petrified shit inside of him, they were talking about how, according to certain like reports and like news outlets and whatever, Elvis, I guess, also had a bunch of impacted shit inside of him when he died.
Really?
Because of their diet. I don't think that was
what
ever
was their
substantiated.
diet? Whiskey?
Like red meat, potatoes, fucking like liquor, and a bunch of like decadent shit.
Yeah, but not like beer, like Dean Martin liquor.
I don't think
like,
so.
Like brandy and gin.
Yeah, just
things that stay in your body.
Yeah, stuff that your body can't break down because it's like a fucking toxin. Yeah, dude, I don't know. Men used to be built different.
Yeah.
I saw a picture.
Men used to be full of shit.
Yeah, men used to be full of impacted feces and die in their 40s.
Fight that boss.
What would Jake say about the game we're playing currently?
He'd be like, if all the bananas in the world died at the same time, do you think everything would turn purple?
You were the one who brought up the ocean turning red thing, though. So that that's not what Jake.
I don't know what Jake would say. I don't have a brain as smart as his.
Jake has an interesting, like, kind of like he
takes the road less traveled, and that's what I appreciate. We're one short.
Oh, dude,
Are you kidding?
this is like real life.
Seriously. There's tax. I only have a 20.
All right.
My mom only sent me to the store with the 20. Did you? I thought my family was really rich growing up, and I learned that we weren't when I uncovered a repressed memory of, we used to always walk down the street to the bread store, and we'd pick up bread because it was really cheap there.
The bread store?
Exactly.
Like an entire store.
Turns out there is no bread store, and it was like one of those places
food shelf?
that, well, when stores have day-old bread, they can't sell it, so they give it away for like pennies to the dollar to these places, and then they resell them. So it was like a bread wholesale store for people like on food stamps.
Well, you know,
it was like, all right, kids, go up to the bread store and they'll give us a penny.
I don't.
And it would be enough.
I don't necessarily know if that's that means you're poor, or if that means that they're like
resourceful,
fiscally resourceful. Exactly. Like there's a difference between being poor and being frugal.
It turns out when we were really young children, our parents were on food stamps.
I mean,
I did confirm with my sister that there was no bread store.
It's a government program that's completely necessary to help those in need, and you got the bread that you needed.
True. I loved this fight when I was a kid. I thought this was the coolest because he was a dragon.
I did like this fight a lot.
Shaking
as well.
his fist like.
It's a very Volvagia style arena as well, and I really like the Volvagia fight.
A real Gollum at the end of the Lord of the Rings style fight.
Does Gollum die?
He falls in the lava. He gets tossed in the lava
yeah.
after he chews out spoilers Frodo's finger.
I see. I it's been a long time since I've watched Lord of the Rings movies, and I've
he
never
goes
read
in with the
books.
ring, because the ring gets tossed and he dies with it on his finger, melts it all up.
At least he died happy.
Yeah, truly, and the ring got to go back from whence it came.
That's a wholesome story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the first to say it. I think Lord of the Rings was a good story.
You know, unpopular opinion, but
Lord of the Rings was good.
yeah.
I actually
Unpopular opinion, but they should have sent the Eagles. Why didn't they just send the Eagles?
Yeah, no one's ever brought that up before, which bothers me. Why didn't they send the eagles?
This is one that people do bring up, but not everyone knows about it.
People bring up the eagles,
did
so I was being a
Oh, no,
bitch.
it's a different thing about the eagles. So at the end, when Frodo and Sam are like dying on that rock, and then Gandalf's eagles come to pick them up and bring them home, did you ever notice that he sends 3 eagles? There's one for Frodo, Sam, and one for Gollum. But Gollum wasn't ended up strong enough to fight off the power of the ring, and he jumped in.
That's pretty fucking sad, actually.
It is sad.
Yeah. Wow.
There was 3 eagles, and one was like, all right, I guess I just don't have someone riding, and it just kept circling.
That is kind of shitty. Wow, that bums me out.
I know.
I don't know if Gollum necessarily.
Gandalf had hope.
Oh.
He had hope in Gollum.
I don't know if Gollum necessarily counts under this, but like I have like a soft spot for like any kind of like simple characters, like anyone who has like a mental disorder or like anything like that. I have a real soft spot for him.
Well, Gollum was just a normal guy until he started taking those toothy bites out of just raw catfish in the creek, and he got mercury poisoning in his brain. And now,
Yeah.
So he was normal, but do we consider him like disabled? He's impaired. Yeah, his
he's
brain
got
is
multiple
impaired because of the
personality
mercury.
disorder.
Oh, true. True.
Yeah, my man was suffering.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty bummed about that.